You like horror movies and Halloween masks? Consider supporting us by liking our videos, comment, and subscribing. The littlest effort will help us out. Now enjoy the video, boils, ghouls, and the non-boonary. In the days before spending your life savings on a silicone mask, you had to buy horrific pieces of latex garbage that sorta resembled Freddy Krueger. Out of all the horror icons that emerged in the late 70s and the 1980s, Freddy was the first to capture the hearts of marketing and merchandising. In the past, we talked about shit like this Bright Squirter and the Freddy Toaster, but now we'll be looking at the various Halloween masks based off of everyone's favorite burnt pedophile and murderer. So, sit back and make sure you
don't fall asleep.
This is the history of Freddy Krueger masks. The first mask we'll be discussing was made all the way back in 1987 by Collegeville. This weird piece of moldy ham was actually one of Collegeville's few latex pieces, and it wasn't even made by them. Technically, Don Post wanted to make a Freddy mask back then, but they couldn't afford the rights at the moment. So, they teamed up with Collegeville and tackled the mask together. This piece of Freddy history was everywhere, featured in movies like The Wedding Singer and even Wes Craven's New Nightmare. This mask was made up until about the mid-1990s, lasting almost 10 years. I guess cheap sells pretty well. Around the same time, they also did, well, besides being stupid as hell, the actual shirt feels the need to remind you on who the fuck you're dressing up as. Not only does it plaster his name and his face, but also the title from the movie. Ah yes, César. This French company which specialized in vinyl masks just recently closed their doors. While they have a long-standing legacy in the Halloween community, their Freddy mask looks, yeah, it looks like he just smacked clay together and called it a day. After the success of the Collegeville Freddy, Don Post would finally be able to secure the rights for their own recreation. This Freddy mask would explode in popularity and end up saving their company. In terms of high-end consumer masks, this has to be the most popular Freddy mask of all time. This mask would prove to be such a hit in the following years, as Don Post re-released it in 2004 with a new paint job, while Trick or Treat Studios dug up the molds and has an even newer copy available right now. Now, we get into the two most obscure Freddy masks that I can find. In 1993, Cinema Secrets released their version. While I think the face is decent, why the fuck did they sculpt the hat in latex? Could people not afford a real fedora? Even then, the hat is tilted so slightly it pisses me off. 1 year later, they released New Nightmare Freddy. I'm not even kidding, there's only one photo of it on the internet. Well, besides David's copy. Yes, David owns the only copy I've ever seen for sale. I am a little jealous. The next mask is... it's monstrous, it's infamous, and it haunts me. The 1995 New Nightmare Freddy by Elusive Concepts. This abomination was unleashed onto the world to destroy our souls. This mask's odd color led to me and David to call him Green Freddy. Elusive Concepts decided not to use their standard cheap latex and made it out of vinyl. You know what that means? It doesn't rot. Which also means there's thousands of copies on eBay as we speak. Nobody wants the damn thing, and it seems to keep popping up. While we've had a good laugh at the mask, I did want to give some good news. Tots is fixing the paint job and re-releasing it in 2025. However, I can still feel its presence. You know, I clown on the Elusive Concepts mask, but this one might be just as bad, or even worse. Rubies would get the license to Nightmare on Elm Street in 2000 and release this odd piece. The sculpt is clearly trying to recreate this promo shot of Freddy from part 2, however, it doesn't hit at all. Like many masks we've talked about, there's even a variance. This one seems to be much thinner and features very little in terms of differing paint. And this one looks like your local meth dealer. After the success of Freddy vs. Jason, Rubies kicked the Nightmare line to high gear, and we had this mask, a Creature Reacher, Demon Freddy, and what? Why is his mouth shaped like a jelly bean? Why does his teeth look like corn? And why does it look like pizza? In 2010, Rubies would begin producing masks based off the 2010 remake. While we've all had our opinions on Jackie Earle Haley's makeup, both these masks don't resemble him at all. The first one looks like he's saying, "Duh," and the second one looks like a bloated blobfish. Rubies would continue to make more Freddy masks, this time under their side company, Form Novelties. This version of the Dream Demon is a piece I actually used to own back in the day. The sculpting is leagues above any of the actual Rubies mask, though it is a tad bit oversized. Next up, Party City. This company might be closing down for good soon, but they left their impact on the legacy of Freddy mask. Oh, I think I spoke too soon. Why? Why is he so wrinkly? They tried to sculpt it after the original makeup design, but messed up every detail along the way.
Hi there, it's your old pal Freddy here, and if you want to look like this handsome...
I know we joked about silicone mask in the opening, but $400 to $700 is about the going rate for them. It's an expensive material to work with, so the high prices are understandable. But imagine if you had to buy a license along with making the mask itself. Halloween Costumes and Immortal Masks teamed up in order to make the first and probably last officially licensed Freddy Krueger silicone mask. How much was it? $900 motherfucking dollars. Jesus Christ, you know what's worse? It's not even a great sculpt. It doesn't look like Robert Englund and his lips are way too flat. If anyone fell for this, you need to spend your money way more responsibly. The final mask we'll be showing off is the Tots collection. Sculpted by Justin Mabry, this line includes Part 1, 2, and 4. I used to own the Part 4 and used it in a fan film.
Oh, you know the rest, motherfucker! Come to Freddy.
And it looks like we're done here. Which one's your favorite? Owned any of these before? Let me know in the comments below. This has been Matthew from Piscoli Productions. See you next time.